And we are here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your boy James, and you watch my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews, where I'm here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. And joining me as always is my guest, special guest, Mrs. Best. She's my co-host, y'all. And hey, Jim Bunny, thank you for joining us. Now, y'all notice missed the part where I am not trying to watch my mouth or trying to watch my mouth or whatever I say. I don't because I didn't do the whole catchphrase. This is an unpopular opinion video. This is the very first one that I'm doing. It's number one. I know I'm not going to watch my mouth. So I'm not even going to say my catchphrase because I know I'm not going to watch my mouth. And if you read the caption, it says, Mama June, what happened to the money? It's hashtag reality TV, hashtag honey boo boo, hashtag Mama June. Now, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I did not ever watch this show. Did not know who any of these people were. I lived under a rock. So what ended up happening was I was on YouTube because I was trying to find a couple snippets for Bold and Bougie. They're on WeTV, and so is Mama June's current show, Mama June Hot or Not or whatever shit is called. It is on WeTV as well. And you know how you have your stuff on auto replay, so it'll play the next video. Well, the video came up where Alana, which is Honey Boo Boo. Hey Naya, thank you for joining us, my love. I watched Honey Boo Boo back in the day. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I watched it. Where was I? So I was watching it, and it was a 3-minute clip video where Mama June was saying, you don't have any more Honey Boo Boo money because apparently Honey Boo Boo is 18 now and is getting ready to go off to college. So she's asking her mom, where is my money that I made when I was doing the other TV show, and I want to go into college and I need that money. She goes, you have no money. There is no more money. And I was like, well, wait a minute. Because I remember Honey Boo Boo when I was in my early 20s. And I remember they had to show it was the most popular shit ever, Honey Boo Boo Child and all this. I remember all of that. And I said, she ain't got no money. So I had to do my research because I was like, wait a minute, that girl was popular as hell. How we get all these years later and you ain't got no damn money? So for those of y'all who don't know, like I did not know, Honey Boo Boo, Alana Thompson, was actually on Toddlers and Tiaras, or Tiaras and Toddlers, whatever that shit was called. And she was very popular on that show, which caused her to get a spinoff, Honey Boo Boo and the Family, whatever that show was called. And her mom, they had a fascinating story. I will say that because when I was reading this as I was doing my research, I was like, wow, I'm seeing all kind of stuff. And that was on TLC. Now, it only ran from 2012 to 2014 because it was actually being alleged that her father had child molestation cases. So they pulled the show off the air. So, but she still got paid. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that show made them somewhere between 200 to 400,000 allegedly. I have to say allegedly because I don't know the number. Allegedly, so $400,000. So Mama June was still doing TV shows after she had got off that show. She had did couples therapy, or WeTV's couples therapy. She did that show with Sugar Bear, the guy that she was married to when she had the Honey Boo Boo. Hey Joseph, thank you for joining us. It's been a minute since I've seen you. Happy to see you here. But going back to it, she went on couples therapy. Now, what I do know about couples therapy, it's already been said by people who've been on the show. We see that they're paid $250,000 per couple, which is why I believe that show is not on air now. But they are paid that much money to do the show, so that's $250,000 from that show. Now, Mama June has made appearances on movies. She was in Dumb and Dumber 2. She's made all these appearances, so she's been getting her own money. And in 2017, she was given her own show, and that's where the downward spiral started. Because then she was on drugs really bad, and they did all these shows. So she's had shows since 2017 to today. So I had this question to Mrs. Best because I know she did watch this show. I was confused. I'm like, you have been given hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you mean to tell me there's no money for this little girl who is now an adult, who is trying to go to college? I need somebody to help me understand this. So I asked Mrs. S, hey, I want to do a live and unpopular opinion. Will you be down for this? And she said yes, of course. Go ahead, Mrs. Best. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, because they loud in my hallway. Hold on.
I know they about to get it, y'all.
I'm so sorry about that, y'all. But anyways, but like I was saying, y'all, I am flabbergasted by this because I felt like for me, I never knew these people, and now I want to go back and watch the show. But that hurt me to see that little girl cry like that over that money that she said she wanted to go to college. Now that because I believe she got into school in Colorado, she wants to be a nurse. Very good program and everything. She got a scholarship for some of it, so she's asking the mother for the rest of it. Like, where's my money? And the mama spent it all. She said, I spent it. We bought a house. I had to send Jesse to college. Alana needed stuff. I mean, not Alana, the baby who died recently. I forgot that baby's name. I'm so sorry.
Anna.
And
Anna.
I had stuff going on. I had to spend money. I am like, man. And see, this is what y'all parents do when y'all kids get famous. This is a pure example when you not whole as a person. You go when your child makes it big, because Honey Boo Boo is the reason why they're all famous. Honey Boo Boo is the reason why she got her show now. So you mean to tell me, even if it was just 50% of that money, you couldn't put that aside because you know one day your baby is going to want to go to college or start a life on her own. You couldn't save that money? That is crazy to me that you couldn't save a small portion of that money. It's like, oh wow, I'm confused, y'all. I was flabbergasted. Is it shocking? Uh, it should be shocking, but I don't know these people, so it is to me. Apparently, y'all know something I don't. So Mrs. Best is going to take over and tell me, based on that information, of why I should not be shocked by this information.
Mama June has a history of. So everything you went over was pretty much correct. We saw Honey Boo Boo on Toddlers and Tiaras, and then we got the Here Comes Honey Boo Boo on TLC. That show abruptly ended because when she broke up with Sugar Bear, she got back with a man who was released from prison, who was doing time for molesting her oldest daughter, who is now deceased. So because of that, her oldest daughter stopped speaking to her, but that wasn't the only reason. It was because her oldest daughter found out that Mama June was keeping almost 100,000 away from her when they were all on Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. And the way it works is children are paid for their services, but their parents are paid. So it's kind of similar to Social Security. If you have a payee paid to James Jackson on behalf of Amina Herbert, some shit like that, So that's what basically happened with the Egg Cup. Now they are in Georgia. In Georgia, apparently there are no laws really protecting child actors in terms of their pay. They just trust that the parents are going to do the right thing, some country shit. But parents are not always going to do the right thing. In California, they have the accounts that you set up. It could be through Wells Fargo, it could be through B of A. I did performances, commercials, and things like that as a kid. So my parents had one for me, and the same thing actually happened to me. There was $86,000 I was supposed to have at 21. I turned 21 and my mama could not tell me where that money was. So yeah, I was also unfortunately a victim of SA. And in California, they have something called victims of crime and they pay you out for that. She also kept that money for me. So this is something that does happen a lot, even though the state will say you have to put aside 15 to 20%. The state can say that, but these parents can still have permission to go into these accounts and access money on behalf of the kids for things like if they're going to get evicted, to keep the housing, like emergency circumstances, kind of like a 401k, how you can only withdraw for like certain things. It's the same way. So Mama June probably did that. Here's the thing. So Anna was missing like 80 something $1,000 as well. And she went to court and it was found that June did have it. I believe she paid it out or something like that. That was years ago. Then when she goes on marriage boot camp, it was just even worse because she gets back with Sugar Bear, which didn't make any form of sense. And one of the issues they discussed on there was June spends too much money. June spends too much money. That was one of the issues. So that's a sign there. Then what we did not know, And that's just one of the kids. Mind you, she had 4 underage daughters. And I just graduated college and it cost $56,000 with interest from loans. So I'm sure if you're going to school in state, in person, it should not have been that much without the interest from all the loans and stuff. So her paying for Jessica's college doesn't make sense. That's all she did for Jessica. Jessica's car was repossessed because her mom was a payer for the car. And Jessica did not know until the car was repossessed. The other thing people should know is she did not raise Anna. Anna only came into their lives for the show. Anna was raised by June's mom, who didn't raise June because Dodo raised June, which is her sister. So these white people's fucked up, y'all. Like, go.
And they have the nerve to talk about us. And
And
this is what yes.
I'm only halfway through. It's the problem. And I am paraphrasing my life away. Okay. Paraphrasing my life away. So it's what did Joseph say? Parents always do that. They say they're going to hold $20 for you and come next week. It's nowhere to be found. That's where my trust. Boom. Me too. Me too. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It sucks, but it happens especially to child actors. I told my parents when I was a kid I didn't want to act no more because they would have us working for like 13 hours as a kid and then like thinking because we're getting snacks and shit, it's okay. Now I have a stomach ache and you want me to sing about this eye drop. Like,
Yeah,
no.
because when I feel like when I look at child stars, like the one that really comes to mind for me that still has money from these gigs is Raven Simone. Raven Simone says she hasn't even spent her Cosby money.
Nope.
She has not
Nope.
spent it at all. And mind you, Cosby has been off air for 30 years. So the fact that she still has that money is crazy to me because that's a long time. And Raven Simone doesn't live no ordinary life. She does keep it simple, but she does, live well. So that just it mind boggles me. It's like it really matters of the mindset of the parents. I really do feel like that because when you look at parents, like I'm gonna even do one better, even Kris Jenner, them girls, all of them have a statue of millions of dollars, and we got to see her build this company. It wasn't like she had it before. We got to see her build, and yes, it was some mess in between. And yes, reality TV do that, but I'm just saying, it just goes to show the mindset of mothers. You have Kris Jenner, who is building a brand. Yes, she is building it off the back of her daughters, but at the same time, she parlayed it into success. Mama June had that same opportunity when it came to Alana. It started with Alana, and all the rest of them could have
I
had.
don't think you have to have the knowledge to do that. I think that you just have to care about the betterment and the future of your child. I think Mama June is proof that a lot of people who talk about, oh, I'm a great mom, I'm caring about my child, I want them to have the best future, shows that not ever, thank goodness B3ST. I did an audition as a kid for a Nickelodeon show too.
So it's funny you mentioned that because we are going to recap that on Mrs. Best's Patreon, I believe.
Yeah.
So you guys become a member of her Patreon because we are going to cover. I don't know if we're doing all the episodes, but I know we're talking about it.
Yeah, I'll do like the focal points from each episode because there's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. Yeah, there is a lot. I actually just read Jeanette McCurdy's book, and I think that out of all of them, she probably went through the most. Well, not the most, but like she definitely is one of the top 5 who was within most with Nickelodeon. So I feel like for me, yes, when you hear these, it's just such a shame. But this opens up segues. This is why I'm doing an unpopular opinion because we do have parents like this. Like we do have parents who get greedy and see the success and see, what they have. And then when you watch the shows, it didn't seem like that at all because she was living in regular houses, driving regular cars. So it was like, okay, so were you really spending all this? So she admitted on the video that I saw that she did spend that money all on addiction. And that's a lot of money to spend on addiction.
No.
You don't think so?
That's why I say no. So June, there's other money missing that these women, and there was a Teen Mom star who spoke out about that as well and saying that June is wrong. There are other celebrities saying she is wrong. There's other money that's missing, in my opinion. You say that you spent all of Jesse's money on college, but if Jessie was on Honey Boo Boo with you guys for at least 5 seasons, and she's paid for each season, and you were paid on behalf of her, where's the money for that? Now, if Alana by herself with Alana's money, if she can buy a house and buy cars and have food and take family vacations and do all these things, right, with just one kid's money, then if you had all of the kids' money, there should be millions of dollars between all of you people because she's also getting a check for herself. So, college, 4 years of college is not going to equate to all the money that Jessie made. Buying some cars for Pumpkin is not going to equate to all the money that she has made. And she's the one kid, aside from Alana, who's never taken a break from filming with her mom and doing appearances. Then you have Anna's money, which you have to go to court over anyway, that Anna never got back or saw. And so I'm just like, there's so much money missing. It doesn't make any sense. And even if you were paying the bills, when she had that addiction, she said, I smoked it all in my addiction. Okay, well, you smoked away their savings, but she also had her own money. And then she had money everywhere. So I'm not understanding how it all got smoked away.
Yes, and I agree with that because for me, she was on too many shows. She was on way. She took advantage of every opportunity between TLC and WeTV that I felt like, man, you should be swimming in a couple of millions, and you should have enough to go around to the four of your daughters. Well, now three, but the four of your daughters. Like, you should have all of that. So the fact that, because I Googled her networks, and her network, I don't know if Google is lying, which I believe they are. Allegedly, I can't prove it. Allegedly, but it says that Mama June's net worth is 50,000. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
Well, usually the networks are based on public assets that are available to see, and based on what she has available in assets, because she did lose everything she owns. I think that would be why it says that, but I'm definitely sure that she has more than $50,000.
Yeah, because it says that Sugar Bear is worth $2 million.
Mm.
So, Alana, I don't know, you probably ain't gonna never see this baby, but did you call your daddy for money too? I'm just asking the question.
So she doesn't have a good relationship with Sugar Bear because when his new wife, was on the show when they did the Mama June for Not to Hot, that lady's a little bit evil. She really is. Something's wrong with her.
Why
But
was his wife on the show?
exactly. That's what everybody wondered. So at one point he was on the show and trying to see Alana. And then at one point, Sugar Bear and his wife tried to take custody of Alana from her siblings when June was in the drugs and stuff. And that's when June came back around to present it. That lady was not nice at all to the kids. And Sugar Bear allowing that kind of fucked with Alana. And then she also stated when Dr. Ish was coming in and they were doing the family therapy sessions, she also mentioned that outside of him being with this new lady, Sugar Bear was not there for her. As soon as he and June split up after Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, he just hasn't been a consistent dad. So he has money, but I doubt he'd give her any of it.
That's a damn shame.
It's sad, yeah.
That's a damn shame because the problem is that regardless of your relationship with June, you should want to make sure your daughter succeeds, especially if she's the reason how you got your millions in the first place. And that's what I want parents to understand. If your child is the reason why you got that money in the first place, and she had the money, you just smoked it all up, then you need to be giving it all back. You need to start selling shit. You need to start selling assets. You need to start selling things. Because there should be no reason why your daughter is the reason why you have money in the first place. That why when she asks you, where's my money, you need to be paying it back in installments. You should be paying for college. You paid it for one daughter, why can't you pay for the other? So I'm just, because y'all, when I saw that video clip, I'll tell you, I was floored because as I said, I never watched that show. I don't even know them like that. But from what I'm seeing and how popular she really was back in the early, like 2012, 2013 and all this, her name was everywhere. Everyone was saying, Honey Boo Boo Child. Everybody was saying that. It was like a thing. And I just thought in my mind, this little girl is a millionaire and she's going on to do big things. But Mrs. Best slowly remind me of, no, it's not what you think. Mama June has had a show for years and it ain't like all that. So me watching this one video clip and me actually seeing that and then me going to watch, I watched a few episodes. I didn't watch them all. I watched the episode when June got married to this new man she married to now. I saw that episode. I saw it when the daughters met him for the first time. It's crazy how much, because at first I didn't see the resemblance of Sugar Bear, but then when I saw him before he got his teeth, I said, oh, so she definitely got a type. And I was like, but from what I did see of the show, I do like Pumpkin. That's the only one I like out of them, and of course I like a lot of course because she's so sweet. But Pumpkin is my favorite. That's my girl. All the rest of them can kick rocks. I do not, because
Here's the thing. It breaks my heart watching that show because I know that they are kind of exploiting their own selves and stuff they wouldn't want people to know because they need the check. I mean, season when June was going through the drugs and stuff, they didn't know if the show was going to come back, but they brought it back because people were seeing Pumpkin in Walmart working as a worker. And I guess somebody on the network, somebody saw it, and so the network reached out. But it's just sad that this lady has taken basically the youth of Pumpkin. Yeah, if she chooses to have a kid and get married and all of that, fine. But she shouldn't have had to raise her sister. That's not how it should be. And then,
but my question is because it says here that June is only 44 years old.
yeah,
That's not that old. So how old are the children?
June had Anna when she was a teenager, as
Okay.
a baby, like really, really young. She didn't even know she could get pregnant, type of stuff. And
Oh my.
then the other kids, she had all her kids relatively early in life. Is the thing. So June has
Okay.
a
So
history like
so
of doing and being this way. She has issues from her own mom. Dodo, her sister, has been like super open about it. But I mean,
mm,
unfortunately, you have really effed up parents or a childhood and there's multiple siblings. There's always that one that just struggles.
yeah, y'all. This show isn't recap worthy, but it definitely sparks a conversation that I think needs to be put on TV, especially when it comes to parents and when it comes to money for their children. I feel like children should always have a start out fund, and I'm gonna call it a start out fund instead of a trust fund because here's the thing, that even has stipulations. But having a start out fund would mean that your child is starting out life. Now you can put it in propaganda where they get it monthly, get it yearly. But I'm just saying there should be no reason to have the success that y'all have had and y'all be this down and out where your own daughter, after having success of TV, she now not has the money to sustain life, so she got to go get a job at Walmart. That's crazy to me to have that kind of. But that goes to show you life. Life can bring you down in so many different ways that you don't know where your next move is going to be. And I live proof of that daily, where life can bring you down. But the problem is that I've never had a substantial show to save me and give me that money because I feel like if I had that kind of money, I would know exactly what to do. But the problem is that when you give people who probably never had it like that, this is what happens. They don't know how they become weak willed to society. Drugs could get involved. Popularity can come involved. Cars, money, houses. They really look at material possessions as a way of living. And don't get me wrong, we all like material possessions. I can't wait to get a white Range Rover. I can't wait to get one. I wish I could have got it this for my birthday. My birthday is in 23 days. I cannot wait to get a white Range Rover. I don't think I'm gonna get it for my birthday, but I always wanted one. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna buy 10 of them and then be broke and then tell y'all, well, I ain't got no money because I want a 10 range. It's not gonna happen like that. I know to get one, run it till it can't run no more, and then hopefully I got enough money to buy another one. That's what I'm saying. That's how I am. But see, it just goes to show you, people in this world, you just never know where their mindset is going to be. So I really watching that clip, it broke my heart to know that someone that popular and someone who had high success on TV like that in reality TV at such a young age to now being 18 years old today and not being able to have her career, the things that she wants to do because the money that was supposed to be presented to her when she got 18 is no longer there. That's just crazy to me, y'all. I'm sorry. As somebody who watched that little clip and mouth fell to the floor because I never knew that was happening, I just felt like, oh, it's crazy. What are y'all saying in these comments? Exactly. Get my Mercedes Benz in 2027. Yep. You see, we all have aspirations and dreams. You're going to get that Mercedes, Jim, buddy. I know you will. That's so true. Yeah. And it is. And it's so sad. So I did this video as an unpopular opinion because I want to start showcasing some of my personality on my channel. Um, and as far as giving my opinions of what I am seeing in this world, so I am starting kind of like this new segment. I do like where this is going, but I felt like this conversation, this topic was so prevalent that I could not speak about it because I just could not believe it. So, with that being said, Mrs. Best, is there anything you want to add?
Mama June is proof that not every mom is a mother. So I want you bitches to stop saying that. That is all.
That is all. That is all. All right. So, I guess I'll use a few minutes here to kind of talk about what's going to come on the show because I am going to do an updates video. I might do it tomorrow, but because we have a lot to cover. There's so much that is going on, y'all, between Portia on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Marie from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I can't with reality TV right now. But I am going to somebody. I think it was either Jim Bunny or I. I can't remember which one of you. Real Housewives of Dubai. I am picking up that show, so I will be doing recaps of that. And y'all, against my better judgment, I am going to pick up Love and Marriage Huntsville. I'm telling y'all now. Y'all better get whoever it is in the comments that come after me when I go in on Martell Hole because I know what's going to happen. Y'all better get them because I'm telling y'all, I don't have the patience. But I did hear Destiny is coming back, which will be in my updates video. Um, so, right, I said I would never do it because the Martell Holt girlfriend fans, when I tell y'all, they are a lot. They are a lot. Like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I am going to pick up that show. Um, and we'll see what happens. I want to pick up. Is there any other shows out there? Yeah, reality TV is not giving us nothing. So
Yeah, at this point, I'm just picking up shows that people suggest to me. So if anybody has any more suggestions, I do recaps with Ed and without Dave. Make a suggestion if it's something he won't do. I'll look into it. My husband kind of want me at home
she
right now.
tries to
So
convince me, y'all. She tries to convince me. She
all
did.
the time.
She wanted me to do the Vanderpump Villa show. I don't like Lisa Vanderpump, so I don't want to necessarily support.
I will be recapping Vanderpump Villa. But if I see that it's boring, as we've done before, we've dropped shows before. If it's
Oh, absolutely.
boring, then they're saying reality TV is down because of the writer's strike. But it's over now for now. And then two, it's reality TV. There shouldn't be much writing, so don't tell us that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's crazy that y'all would even care. If y'all ain't got no concepts, y'all can reach out to us bloggers because there's lots of them who recap these shows. We'll give you ideas, but we
Oh,
want our money.
you know what I could do? Because I'm looking for different forms of content. I might talk to you about interviewing me and Mr. Best because somebody was like, we want a video of like you guys answering coupley questions, but if we ask it, we'll be unprofessional. So maybe I'll have you
Hey
guys.
Shayna, thank you for joining us today. How you doing? I don't know because I know you both. I don't know. Would I be the best person?
No, I'm gonna write down what to ask because it's stuff that
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say I know
we
you
just
two.
can't ask ourselves
There's
questions.
like there's not nothing y'all can tell me that's gonna be like, oh my god, I did not know that. Yeah, there's nothing y'all can say.
It's for other people. I'm a little music review. Tell
Oh,
us.
okay. I got you. I got you. Okay, of course I would do that for y'all. But that's it, you guys. That was unpopular opinion. Mama June, what happened to the money? I hope y'all got y'all education on because I had to do my research. Will I continue to watch Mama June? Probably not. But I am curious to see if Alana did make it to Colorado and if she is in
She
college.
did. She is there
Okay,
right now, and she's getting a lot of hate online because people watched the show and literally begged her to put her Cash App out there. She avoided it for a while, but then she did. And so now people are attacking her for accepting donations. Listen, college is expensive. All right, y'all. I'm about 56,000 in debt myself with these student loans. So if she wants to get donations and they amount to that, that's what fame is for.
I feel like
You
why y'all trying to knock her hustle, especially knowing I guess they didn't know this had came out yet, probably. But y'all leave that girl alone because that's not her fault that she. Because I'm pretty sure it's hard for her to get a job. I'm pretty sure it is.
she can't just
Based,
work regular
she
places.
can't work at regular places because it's going to cause unwanted attention.
It's not her fault.
So
Her mama is a
yeah.
big crackhead. She's the biggest crackhead I ever seen. Usually they are thin. June is eating
Oh
herself
my god.
up so good that even on that rock, she's still holding them trans fats. That's
Yeah, but
crazy.
Shayna, please catch the replay. I wanted to make sure that you I acknowledge your comment. Please catch a replay because yeah, we talked about this. If there's any unpopular opinion y'all want me to give, please put it in my comment section. I will look over it and we'll do the research if it is something that is intriguing. This was intriguing to me. I'm sorry. I don't because I will have a lot of money one day. I know I will. But when you don't have it and you know somebody had access to a lot of money and then they just lose it out of their own selfishness and addictions, you're like, what happened? Like, so this was intriguing for me, and I actually enjoyed myself.
Look like a thumb. Not
Lord, Naya, you on time about every time I see her. That's this comic. This is not the first time she has said this. She has said this before, and now I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. No, no, no. You know, it was somebody else in one of these Instagram comments that it took me out. But someone says she looked like the white version of the Gross sister, and I was like, see, y'all,
the big one. Yeah.
yes, yeah, y'all. I can't with y'all. I cannot with y'all. Bravo and how they treat black cast versus the white. You know what? I want to do an unpopular opinion about Buffy and Buffy Purcell and Mariah Huck. They have a podcast now, and I actually there was a topic that they discussed. I actually want to talk about, but I need to be able to sit through because there's only so much of Mariah I could take in a video. So
Mariah and Buffy's podcast is the example of why I know some of us feel, oh, I'm gonna bring Mariah back. This is the example of why we don't need to.
yes, but I am gonna sit through it. I'm gonna wash dishes or something and sit through it and try to see if I can really get through it because the things that they were just saying are so deplorable and it was like okay y'all just sound like a bunch of haters at the end of the day. But I'll watch it to see. Maybe they might change my mind. You know, I always give things more than one benefit of the doubt. I usually watch things 2 or 3 times to see if my opinion changes. Because I tell Mrs. West all the time, my opinion is this. I watch it again. Oh, no, wait, I changed my mind.
Oh, so, speaking of black, that's the last thing I wanted to say about Mama June. If this was any African American or Hispanic mother on TV, this lady would have been canceled. And so it's interesting that, yes, people are upset, but she's still not canceled. She's still being paid for interviews. She's still being offered positions. If this were to happen to anybody, just a shade Tana, I don't think she would have gotten away with the things that she's doing to her child. It's just
I agree with that, and I hate that I didn't think to bring that up. But thank you for doing so. But yeah, but that's it, you guys. We're gonna head over to Mrs. Best's channel to do Summer House Martha's Vineyard. Y'all are not going to want to miss this because when I tell y'all I'm about to go to hell in and act a complete fool, she should have been dragged again. You know what? You know what's funny? Before we go, I'm gonna tell you why. White people protect white people in all circumstances, no matter what. White women are protected in all circumstances. They could be the most lowest totem pole people in the world and they still are going to get protected and still have jobs. They can accuse people of burning down the Empire State Building, and guess what? Everyone's going to believe them, even though they hold the match. So it's just what it is. We live in that society where white women, unfortunately, are always protected no matter what, and the cause of circumstances and consequences don't always apply to them. They have to do something very drastic, like even old girl who it was alleged that she killed her daughter. Even she got off. Y'all remember her? Mm-hmm. So I don't like saying her name, so that's why I'm not going. I know who she is. I'm just not going to say her name on my channel. But she got off because they believed the tears. Mm-hmm. So hey, it happens in that way in society. So what I'm gonna say like this, I'm gonna say once again, we have to champion each other, and when we see fuck shit like that happen, throw Mama June in. Well, look, Mama June was a fucked up mama. Look at her. She could take $400,000 from her kid and never see it, and they never see the light of day of it. But she's still doing this, and she still got all this money. She's still getting interviews and stuff. So it's time to start turning tables. We have to figure out a better way to do it, but we need to start turning the tables. But that's it, you guys. We got to go over to Mrs. Best's channel to do Summer House Martha Vineyards. I'm gonna act a fool because there's some things that I saw that I did not like, and I want to thank everybody, Naya, Jim Bunny, Thank you guys. Shayna, I know you were in here for a minute. Joseph, thank you for coming. I ain't seen you in a minute. It was so good to see you. Thank you guys for the comments. Oh my gosh. I had a blast with unpopular opinions. I will continue to do this because this was fun. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.